Well, we're here at Picture Car Warehouse in Northridge, California, working on the Valiant project car here. We're with Al Kruger of Picture Car Warehouse. He's helping us with our quick restoration project here on our Valiant, and we've already got it washed with Mother's Car Wash. It was caked pretty bad, and it's already looking about 50% better. Now it's time to power wash the engine. We did find out that the engine is blue and the engine bay is yellow, and there was a mouse nest up underneath the starter. And here's Mr. Steve Dulcich on the scene.
Right here, some remnants of the mouse nest. There.
Mouse nest. Tech story number one: before you do any work on your engine, get the mouse nests out of your Mopar. Well, it's kind of the moment of truth now. We're going to try our poker wheels and tires on the back of the Valiant. And what we had before were these 175, 75 13s, really small, and we're going up to the 15x8 Steely from Coker with the Redline BF Goodrich tire. It's a 225 60-15, right, Steve?
Yeah, that's some meat back there, you know. These little tires are fine. These cars are originally intended as economy cars. Bottom of the line, 13-inch rims, but the 15 should fit back there just fine.
Yeah, let's give that a try.
All right.
Well, we've discovered that the wheel is kind of tight to the fender lip and on both sides. So tell us what's going on there, Steve, and what we're going to do.
Well, we have these wheel adapters for the bolt pattern. It spaces the wheel out about an inch. Normally this wheel would fit, but we had found an interference problem here. So we're going to go ahead and clearance this fender lip. We won't need it once we change the axle, but it'll allow us to run an even larger tire later on.
Yeah. Right now they're trying to roll the fender lip on the inside to get the clearance. Show us the tools and how you're going to do that, and or how you did it.
Well, we were using pretty high-tech gear here. The ball peen hammer and the big block of wood.
Mock that up for us.
That's the best way to do this job, actually, in my opinion. There are other techniques. Most people have these items at their disposal.
Well, we just got all 4 tires and wheels on, and now we need to see where we are on the stance. The front's still a little bit high. Tell us what we got there, Al.
Well, right now it's about 2 inches away from the opening the tire from the wheel well. I think probably 4, 5, or 6 turns would do it. Bring it down about 2 inches.
What do you think, Steve?
I think it'll look a lot better once you get the front end dumped a little bit.
The cool thing about a Mopar is that it has a torsion bar front suspension, which means that you can lower the car easily by adjusting the torsion bars instead of cutting the springs. Show us, Al, where we're going to be doing that.
Right here is the adjustment right here, and we're going to back it down probably about 5 or 6 turns right here.
Well, we have a slight problem here, and we got some interference right there. Looking good there. We're going to rehab the grills with some Dupli-Color paint. We're going to use the chrome paint on the edges around there, and then we're going to paint the center grill with black satin. Well, here we are in Huntington Beach with the Valiant. We've moved to classy car detailing with Jeff Jeppesen, who is the proprietor. And he's a big proponent of Mother's products, and we're just going to go through the whole car today for the second day of our rehab. And Jeff, tell us a little bit about what we're using here on the clay bar kit.
Well, what we're doing first is we use the Showtime Instant Detailer as your lubricant for your clay. Allows you to slide the clay up and down on the paint, clean it from the rust and the contaminants, the fallout, and everything that's stuck to the surface of the paint. And from there we went over and we used our foam pad polish. We had to use a high-speed buffer with a wool pad, pressing lightly at about 1200 RPM, and then you can get this beautiful shine.
Wow, look at that. Here's the line of demarcation right about here where we use the pad, the polishing stuff. What do you call that?
Foam pad.
Foam pad polish. And now we've got over here.
What we did over here is we went over and we mask off all of our stainless steel, mask off your paint and your rubber so you don't damage it. We use our billet polish that we use here with our power ball, and then you polish this over this using your nice Makita drill, and it comes up beautiful.
Now here on the other side, we didn't use it. You can see the difference. It is just like night and day. There's unpolished and there's polished. Unbelievable. Well, we've got the rest of the car basically polished now. It's time to do the wax job. And to do the wax job, Jeff, why don't you tell us a little bit about what we got here?
Well, this is the Mother's Wax Attack that we have. It's really nice, it's easy to use. It's a great little polisher and more of an applicator.
Is that a dual, like orbital type?
Yes,
or
it's a dual action. You can see it. It turns on easy. You can hold it with one hand, this way. It makes it very ergonomically easy to use. So you can get it and just put your wax on. Saves your arms, your hands, and it saves you from having finger marks in your paint.
And how much is that?
This is $80.
And you get it where?
You can get it on mothers.com, or you can find us at some of the car shows and come see us at our rig.
Right on. Well, we're going to try to salvage the rear bumper. It's really bad. But if it can be done, it can be done with the triple-aught steel wool and the Mother's Billet metal polish here. So we've got our fingers crossed. They spent a lot of time out in the Mojave Desert. Well, folks, we are done here at Classy Cars Auto Detailing, and they have done a fantastic job. Thanks to this grouping of products right here, we wouldn't have been able to do it without Mother's. And you can do it yourself too. This is not a difficult thing to do. It's elbow grease and one weekend of work, and you can make your car look like this. Yeah, we're doing our cover shoot for our story with Randy Lorenzen, and the work is done on the car. So I'm just going to give you a little sneak peek for what it's going to look like here.